What's happening, Warhill? It's hard to believe that we are starting week 3 of instruction. We have a great show lined up for you. But before we begin, I would like to thank Miss Baker in the Media Center for taking hours and hours to stuff bags with your textbooks. We would also like to thank Harris Teeter at Lightfoot for their bag donation. And now, Dr. Carroll with the news.
Hey. What's happening, Warhill? It's Dr. Carroll with the news for the week of September 21st. Let's see what's going on this week. General reminder, first day forms and your student code of conduct. Make sure you take a look at those, get those sent back, acknowledge your student conduct code, and take a moment to be aware of WJCC and Warhill expectations. Always important. Also, check out the email newsletter for details about underclassmen and senior makeup picture day, October 22nd, October 23rd. We'll be here at Warhill. So come get your picture taken if you need to. Commemorate this year of 2020. Next Saturday, if you need to vote, seniors, if you're getting ready to turn 18, or if you know of someone who's over 18 and they haven't registered to vote yet, Warhill, our diversity club, and our SCA are co-sponsoring a Get Out the Vote drive here at Warhill High School next Saturday from 12 to 2 p.m. Show up, bring your driver's license or another photo ID, and get registered to vote. It's an American right and privilege. We want you to do that. So sign on up. And then last but not least, important this week, as Lieutenant Dan once told Forrest Gump, socks. Socks are important. And our PTSA, they're selling socks. You need to look for the link in the email and buy some socks and show your Warhill swag. Lieutenant Dan was always right. That's how Forrest got through Vietnam. You can get through this year at Warhill High School if you have the right socks. Go buy them. All right, that's it for this week, guys. Have a great week.
For our Power and the Pride segment this week, I caught up with junior Hannah Butner, who's organizing races for a good cause.
Well, thank you so much for taking time to Zoom with me. I had heard that you were planning this really cool event towards the end of the year last year. And then, of course, with COVID, we were out of school, so I didn't get a chance to see how it turned out. So tell me about this race that you organized.
So it was originally planned for May 16th, but then we had to move it to July 13th and then June 13th and then June 27th. So I approached Rick Platt, who's the president of Colonial Roadrunners, back in August of 2019. And I told him why I wanted to do it, and he was really supportive. And at first, he was a little alarmed that a 15-year-old was coming to him, but he had a lot of faith in me. And he heard the story, and yeah, so he really helped out, and my parents helped out, and it was really great.
So you have to excuse me because I don't know the story. So tell us the story and the motivation behind this event.
So I know it was my freshman year. So we had a classmate who some of us had gone to school with her in Toano, and she was the sweetest girl, and she was good at art, and we had English classes together and orchestra, and you would never expect that something so tragic would happen to someone that she wasn't real close to me, but I saw her every day in the hallways. And so she eventually, no one knew it, but she was a little depressed, and eventually she committed suicide in my freshman year and our freshman year. So a week after it happened, the whole school was just in doom and gloom. and it wasn't the same. And I was like, gosh, this isn't right. And I feel like it only lasted for a week, and then the school was kind of we just acted like it didn't happen, never happened. And I think that's how we coped with it. But I think the way to actually cope with things like that is to raise awareness for it
Right.
and not throw it in the closet. We have to embrace it, that
Absolutely.
we have emotional struggles, but everyone does. And I think it's beautiful when we can come together and we can embrace that and build each other up. And I
Definitely.
think the 5K, especially with fitness and exercise, it just gets adrenaline and gives you endorphins, and it's a really good way to come together and raise awareness for that. So that was the first thing that came to my mind. So yeah.
Okay, so fast forward to the summer. We are not able to do it as a large group, but you still found a way to pull it off. So how did you make that happen?
So when the virus hit in March, or when we were just finding out about it in February, we had no idea if we were going to be able to do it or not. So we were still acting as though everything would be normal. So well, we had to contact our venue, and we had to make sure proper precautions were in place. Like we couldn't do a normal race. We had to have 4 different start times. We had to make sure everyone was at least 4 or 5 feet apart, which, especially at the venue we had, was really, really difficult. Had to post social distancing signs all over the place, hand sanitizer, which was no problem. I mean, what was really important is that everyone could get out there and everyone was safe. We even had one virtual runner. So
Awesome.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think the name of the race was 5K Run for Mental Strength, and I think it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of a blessing that the coronavirus happened, in a way, because it coincides with the message of the race. Everyone was confined to 4 walls before this, and everyone was just in their own houses quarantining, and you come out and it's like the first time you've seen a big event like this happen. And I think it made it even more fun than it would have been originally without the coronavirus. So yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So did anyone help you organize this, or I mean, I know this was your brainchild because I remember when I first got to Warhill,
Yeah.
you were one of the first people that I met. I don't even know if you remember
Really.
seeing me like on day 1 or 2, but
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool that you had this idea, and I know the kids were really excited to do it. And then, of course, we were out of school. I'm so glad to hear that you were able to pull it off, though.
Yeah.
So, what would you say? Like, what was the most rewarding part of all of this?
So so when the gun went off for the first wave of runners and walkers, I was like, this is actually happening. This is actually going in place. And then when I was watching people cross the finish line, and just when I saw that look on their face, everyone was so proud of their accomplishment, because it was a really tough race. It was hot, and yeah, that was the best moment. That's when I realized, Hannah, you did it. It's done, and so many people are happy and they're proud of their accomplishment. And yeah, you you organized a successful race. And I heard that from people. They had a really good time, and yeah. So
That is great. So, how many participants ran?
so we had 104, which we were expecting. We were hoping for 100, especially with the coronavirus. And we had about 32, 36 volunteers. So I guess with the virtual runner, it would be 105. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Um,
it's going to be an annual thing. So this was the inaugural race. And then we're we're still brainstorming. We're actually going to switch up venues this next year.
okay.
So once we have a venue set in stone, then we'll start planning for hopefully May 16th.
All right. Well, are there any organizations that you are affiliated with that helped you with this, or was this really just more of a grassroots Hannah
Um,
Putner?
so I donated half of the proceeds to NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So they were that was kind of just a donation. And then the other half was going to the cross country team. And the team, they were responsible for a lot of the volunteers, and a few of them actually ran. My coaches ran, and it was kind of cool. We were like switching places. I could watch them run instead, kind of coach them along the way. But yeah, so it was me, my dad, Rick Platt, my mom. Yeah, and I had a friend do some photography, and I had some more friends as volunteers, and yeah, I couldn't have done it without the volunteers, without my parents and Rick Platt. So yeah, it's a team effort.
Well, Hannah, we are so proud of you. And I'm so happy that you were able to realize this dream of yours, and it was for an awesome cause, of course, and we definitely want to see it scale up. So I am pledging right now to participate in next year's run.
Awesome.
And we're going to try to get as many people out there as possible, not only to raise awareness, but to come together, because you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Especially now, we need events like this to bring us closer together. And so, my hat's off to you and your family and your friends, everyone that participated in this. We appreciate you. I hope you're doing well with your first couple of weeks of classes.
Yeah, I am. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Good to hear. Well, can't wait to see you, back in the building whenever that happens. But in the meantime, take care of yourself. We appreciate you, and we're very proud of you.
Thank you, Mr. Harris.
All right. Take care.
Have a good weekend.
For this week's What I Missed segment, we are going to hear from teachers in the math department.
Hey there, Warhill. This is Miss Buccelli. What I miss about being at Warhill is the energy I get from all of your energy and all of the energy of all the other staff members, as well as the beautiful bright windows that are in this building that allow so much sunshine in. Just really kind of brightens everybody's day. Take care.
Hi everyone, Mr. Matthews here. I just wanted to share what I miss most about being at Warhill. And for me, it's really the clubs and societies and also the sports. So I really miss hanging out with everyone at the Gaming and Anime Club, playing games and having lots of fun. But I also miss the esports. I was so sad that we didn't get to finish the season last semester. But hopefully this semester we can get a good team in and have some fun with that too. So hope to see you guys in the future. Have a great day.
Good morning. This is Roberts. I teach geometry and I teach computer science principles, and I'm teaching computer science essentials this year. What I miss most about Warhill, I think, would be the first day, getting to know everybody's name and talking to them about all the exciting things they did over the summer. I look forward to teaching with you both in the virtual world and again when we get to see each other for real.
Hi, my name is Miss Colbert. I'm a new math teacher at Warhill High School, and I miss getting to hear all my students' updates on their sports teams and their activities and just the fun things that are going on in their lives.
The thing I miss most about the students is their energy, their sense of humor, their just fun vibe. They're just full of life, and they make coming to work enjoyable and fun, and that's what I miss. I'm stuck with these two at home, which they're full of energy and life too, but I still miss the students.
Hey Warhill, this is Mr. Will in the math department. What I miss most about being in school is saying hi to you as you walk by in the hallway and into the classroom, and also telling you to check your work and plug your answers back in. Hope you're still doing that while you're at home. See you soon.
Hey guys, so my name's Mr. McDonald, and I teach geometry mostly. And I'd say what I miss most about the first day of school is the stupid icebreaker activities, those get to know you activities. I like to participate with the students when we do those, so that I can learn a little bit more about everybody I interact with, and they can learn a little bit more about me. And I just hope we can still find a way to get to know each other without physically being in the building and doing those things.
Hey everyone, I'm Mr. Henry. I'm new to Warhill this year. I look forward to actually meeting all of you in person whenever we actually get back to school. What I really miss about being in school is just the, personal interaction with everyone, students and staff. And, I look forward to getting to know all of you in person. Look forward to actually getting to teach you in class, getting to, really help you personally as opposed to, trying to do it over Zoom or trying to do it in a chat. I realize some of you might like that better, but honestly, it's not what we're best at. It's not what we really enjoy. And I'm sure some of you miss your friends too. Some of you miss being in school. So that's what I miss the most is really just seeing you in person, getting to interact with you, getting to know you, not trying to do that over, Zoom. So hopefully we'll be through this in the not too distant future and we'll be able to get back in and I look forward to that happening.
Did you know that volunteering can have a positive impact on your physical, emotional, and mental health? I recently caught up with Katie Morgan from the Youth Volunteer Corps of Hampton Roads to discuss how Warhill students could get involved.
So I'm joined this morning with Ms. Morgan from Youth Volunteer Corps. Is that correct? Youth Volunteer Corps?
Yep, that's it.
Thank you so much for taking time this morning. I know that you all have been doing some amazing work in this region. Can you tell me a little bit about what you all do and what you're currently working on?
Yeah, so our organization has been around for 10 years. Our mission is to connect middle and high school students to meaningful service opportunities and instill in them a lifetime commitment to service. So just starting young, getting them plugged in to different needs, understanding diverse populations, working together. We definitely focus on service learning as a way to help them develop career readiness, to develop cross-cultural competencies, and then just those 21st century skills. So we do that by hosting projects, and those projects, span a number of different settings. And so whether we're serving seniors or we are working with animals or doing things in the environment, we try to just fill our calendar with opportunities that just expose youth to a lot of different service activities.
Okay. What are your current initiatives? What are you all doing right now in the area?
So currently, we actually have adopted some new formats. So just in this age of COVID-19, we are offering virtual projects. And so we have in-person projects, we have virtual projects, and we also have hybrid projects. So I would say an initiative of ours is making sure that we are still getting out there to serve the needs of our community partners, but that we're doing it in a safe way. So we have virtual projects where we can still stay connected with the seniors at the convalescent center, but in a no contact manner. So we've got a pen pal project that we're currently doing. And then we have partnerships with the SPCA, Virginia Living Museum, where we, make toys for the animals, enrichment items. And those allow us to work remotely. We also grow seeds from home. So we have seed kits that we, make sure that our youth volunteers have before a project begins. They can grow seedlings, and then we actually meet in person in a hybrid format. So we start at home, then we do an in-person project at a local community garden that we've just started with Parkview Baptist Church, Peninsula Rescue Mission, and some other community partners. And then they plant their seeds, and then we've just been going back regularly to harvest those vegetables to donate to a pantry and to Peninsula Rescue Mission. So lots of layers, I would say, but our ongoing focus is just to keep our youth engaged and to really help them still feel connected in a time that can be pretty isolating.
That's awesome. It's really impressive that you have found so many ways to remain involved, even during this time when you're kind of stuck at home or not able to get out and do all the things that we would normally do. So how would a Warhill student get involved?
So this is our website. It's always a work in progress, but it's pretty easy to find some of your basic items. So this top menu bar is going to be just a frequently used tool. This is where you can register to become a youth volunteer. Once you're in our system, we can track your service hours. We can provide a transcript with your service record. This is the simple form I mentioned before that you can complete online. I'll back out of that and then show you what the calendar looks like. The project calendar is where we load the different opportunities in the form of a flyer. So you'll see the dates, with a graphic, and that's the flyer that you can click on. This is the one I mentioned where we're doing seedlings for a community garden as a hybrid project. So the description is there.
Okay.
Talks about the different required materials, and then you can actually sign up by clicking here. And it just takes you to a fillable form at the bottom of the screen, and you use your drop-down menu. So we are currently in the process of loading a bunch of new projects, and those will be ready momentarily. And then we also post those same flyers on our home screen. So if you scroll to the bottom, there's just a little carousel, and let me center that a little better, and you can click through the different service opportunities. So this Goat City one is one that I should mention is that we also do construction projects. We like to encourage our youth volunteers to get comfortable using power tools, using those math and engineering skills in a real world kind of setting. And so we're doing a Goat City at Bluebird Gap Farm that we're building as an enrichment item, like a playground, basically.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. So this is, what ages? I know we're talking about middle and high school. Is it only middle and high school, or are there opportunities for elementary age kids if they have younger siblings to get involved?
So our service projects are middle and high school only. We have one event each year where we invite our elementary school students to participate, and it's called the Junior Can Structure Competition. Tentatively, it's scheduled for November 14th this year, and that's where we do a food collection. We also have this for middle and high school students, and it's scheduled in the spring, but for elementary, it's the same concept. We just have them broken down into different age levels. They collect food donations. All those cans that they collect, they use to make a three-dimensional structure, and then that is on display. I'll show you really quick what one might look like. And then those are typically on display at Patrick Henry Mall, and then we judge, our panel of judges selects a winner. But we will probably be doing a virtual format this year and having those built. If in school or if in-person school happens sooner than later, we can have them, if they are participating, build those structures at their school site and then take pictures and then do it that way. So, but the food bank relies on us to host these events because it really helps to stock their shelves, and it just gives our youth a really cool way to learn about food insecurity and also use those STEM skills and teamwork and problem solving skills as well.
That is great. This is exciting. I wasn't aware that we had something with such a robust offering already in place, but this is really cool. And I think it would be a great opportunity for our students to get involved. I will make sure that I stay in touch with you.
Great.
And once we identify our staff that want to be involved, I'll make sure to pass along your contact information.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, the students know how to get started, and we're excited to continue this partnership.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for reaching out, and we'll definitely stay connected.
All right. Take care. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
For our senior seminar segment this week, we caught up with someone who isn't a recent graduate, but definitely someone that had a huge impact on the students and staff here at Warhill.
All right. Mr. Gregory C., the legend.
Yes.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, sir. I have no complaints here.
Now, are you visiting family up in Northern Virginia, I understand?
Well, I'm living with family in Northern Virginia with my daughter and her husband, helping them out with the grandkids.
Okay. All right. I'm sure that's exciting for you. This morning, I wanted to talk to you because when I first got to Warhill last year, walking into the student center, and seeing your name up there on that big banner. And of course, I had met you. You know, when I first moved to Williamsburg, I was trying to recruit you to come over to my school. Um, you know, you are as big a personality in this school and community as anyone. So I wanted to take an opportunity to speak with you today and just see how you're doing and let the students who are watching this get a chance to see your face and hear from you. So what have you been up to? You retired, what, 2 years ago?
A year ago. It was
Okay.
2019.
Okay. What are you doing in your spare time?
In my spare time, watching the kids, I I do I walk 2 miles a day, and I work out for an hour and a half lifting weights.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and pretty much my time is with my grandkids, helping them out. So they just started school, so they online. So the little one has to kind of keep her focused, you know.
Okay.
She's 6 years old. Yeah,
Now you were at how long were you at Warhill when it opened?
I came about 6 or 7 months after it opened.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
you got to see Warhill grow from the very beginning.
Yes.
What are your favorite memories of Warhill?
Just seeing how the kids really progress, because these kids are great people, and just to understand them, is I learn a lot from them as well as they have learned from me, because when I first come there, I just couldn't believe what I seen because I'm always working in the adult world.
Mhm. So you were honored. I guess it was right before you retired. You were honored having the student center named after you. There was a big celebration. There's a plaque with your name on it. There's a really cool picture that's floating around with you and the entire student body. How did you feel about that when they honored you with that?
It was hard to believe. I just excited, but I wanted to break down and cry, but I just didn't know how to. It was good. It was one of the best feelings in my life, really. And it's just hard to believe that it did happen, because I had no idea at all, no clue. They had kept it from me, so it was good.
So as you know, and you're doing this with your grandbabies, helping them with their lessons. We're starting virtually, and we don't have the kids in the building to have those personal connections with. Do you have any advice for students on how they should approach this? Particularly trying time for a lot of them. Do you have any advice for our students?
Yes, can I do that? Because I wrote down a little something anyway.
Absolutely.
Um, uh, Out of everything that's going on in the world and around us, we got to keep hope. Hope is a joyful expectation for a good outcome. Hope is very powerful. It is a launching tool for your faith to be activated. When faith is activated, it brings forth the manifestation of God's promise to your life. Hope causes good outcome to break forth. It is the catalyst for a breakthrough in your life and for dreams to come to pass. Even when situations appear to be the worst they could possibly be, look beyond the problem you face and stir hope in your heart and cultivate expectation for something good to happen in the spit of your circumstances.
That's beautiful. I mean, that's really powerful. Um, I appreciate you. I know every time I see you, we dap each other up and everything, and I wish I would have had the opportunity to work with you. I know we have our freshmen and sophomores who didn't have the opportunity to interact with you, and that's one reason why I wanted to make sure
Okay.
I was able to speak to you because your spirit still lives here. You know, people still talk about you and the impact you had. Um, and I'm just happy to have known you and um, you know, to be a part of the Warhill community. Are there any final words you want to say?
Okay, only thing I could, I also want to say, I want the kids to stay positive, leave the negatives alone, do the right thing. They can, they can have and do anything they want to be. You know, they have it all in front of them. That's all they do is reach out and grab it. Just stay positive, leave the negatives alone, and what can I say about it? That's all I can say.
Okay.
You know, put yourself in situations that you can't get out of.
Absolutely. Well, sir, enjoy your time with the family, with the babies. I love you, man. I really
I love, I
appreciate you
love
taking
all of
time.
y'all.
And yeah, we miss you. We hope you'll come and see us when we're able to. But until then, be strong, be safe, and God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Bye bye. Mhm.
All right, that's our segment for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Please, students, we really want to hear from you. And so for a question of the week, Power in the Pride, What I Miss, upload your videos using this QR code. Or you may email your videos to me at ty.harris@wjccschools.org. Have a great week, Lions.